Hey guys, it's JT here and I've got another great video for you. So this video is continuing on the series of effective leadership principles for the younger generation, but also looking at dispelling a couple myths with the older generation about the younger generation. So today's video is all about authenticity, which is a really great subject. I love talking about authenticity. It's one of my favorite subjects to talk about. But who am I? Why are you listening to this video? And if you've seen none of my videos before, you've never seen my channel, you're going to want to subscribe. But if you've never seen any of my videos before, then essentially I am a young leader. I've been in the industry now that I'm working in for over 10 years. And what I'm doing is taking leadership principles and showing you how they can apply in your life, but most importantly, to make a positive impact. Right? So like I said, this video is all about authenticity, and it's such an important aspect of our lives, not only as leaders but as people. A lot of the principles I talk about is what I'm sharing from my book, Managers Are Not Leaders. And I'm not just taking what's in my book. One of the principles is authenticity, but what I'm taking is how this applies to you as a younger person and as an older generation person. So I've been on both ends of the spectrum. As I record this for you, I'm 28 years old. I am considered what's a millennial, and I've grown up in the industry as a young leader, working to a slightly more seasoned leader, with being part of the younger person, but also managing and leading younger people. So I've been on both ends of the spectrum, which is why I want to share two sides of the coin. And that's what I want to share with you. Take those two sides of the coin of leadership principles and share them with you to have a positive impact. So if you're a younger generation person, like I was, then something I really struggled with at the beginning was understanding my leadership style. I wanted, as a leader, to see rapid growth. I wanted to be involved in everything. I wanted to see success early on. I wanted to see results. But I was going about it all the wrong way. I was trying to lead people, or what I called leading, in a way that really didn't resonate with who I was as a person. I was often abrupt. Sometimes I wouldn't speak up. Sometimes I wouldn't ask questions. Sometimes I would just tell people what to do and expect that they'll do it for me. Yeah, that's not how it works. But when I started to understand that being myself and actually leading from a place of authenticity, and if you don't know what authenticity is, it's essentially doing what you feel and think is natural and right to you. So for me, the older I got and the years I spent on the leadership journey, I found that the role for me wasn't the abrupt, aggressive type of leader. No, it was the coach, the coaching style, where I take people through the process. I show them the way. I guide them on how they need to move forward. I can be quite direct, yes, but it's because if you've watched my video on communication, which will come up along the top here now, it was all about being clear and concise. Because when you are clear and concise, so you have great communication as well as being authentic, it leads to trust. And when somebody trusts you more, you have the ability to influence them for a positive result. And that's essentially what leadership is, the ability to influence somebody. So if you're a younger person now and you're not sure on your leadership style or who exactly you are, then that's what you want to spend time doing. You want to practice with different styles of leadership. And I suggest doing this by reading a few books first, understanding different styles of leadership, and then really practicing with them. That's essentially what I did, and that's how I got to the conclusion of me being my natural style of leadership. I tried a few different ways. I failed many times. I made mistakes, but then I got to a point where actually I realized this is the style that worked for me. And it worked. I brought results. I saw great connections with my team. I better engagement with them, I had stronger influence over them, but most importantly, all for a positive impact. Like, I did it not for selfish reasons, but to help other people, help the wider picture and the greater mission. It was essentially my style of leadership, and it worked for me. Think about it this way: if you're trying to get someone to do something for you, so if you're a young leader on your leadership journey, you're near the beginning, the first year or two into it, and you're struggling to get someone to do something, maybe it's the way you're coming across. Maybe you're not doing it in a format that's natural to you, and that's where the authenticity comes into play. You're trying to get people to buy into who you are so that they'll trust you. Remember that. It's who you are so that they trust you. So you form a connection through authenticity, build that trust, and then you can influence them. Something I mentioned in the book is an equation here. It's connection and trust leads to influence. And that's really powerful. When you build strong connections through authentic behaviour, people will trust you and you're more able to influence them. And that leads to positive results. So as a younger generation, the key principle to take away here is to understand that you will make mistakes. You're not going to get it right the first time, and that is okay. You're going to rub people up the wrong way. You're going to say the wrong thing. You're going to tell someone to do something and it's not going to be correct. You're going to tell someone to do something and they're going to tell you to do one. That's okay. It's all about learning your style. But once you understand your style of leadership, that's when you'll start seeing massive exponential growth and results. So that's the key principle to take away here, is be yourself. Behave and do what you feel is natural and right to you. Right guys, so guys, if you're enjoying the video so far, please leave a like and leave me a comment below. Let me know that you're enjoying the video, because it allows me to understand that the things I'm sharing with you, the leadership principles and the videos I'm sharing, are having a positive impact. And that's really what my mission is to have a positive impact by sharing the leadership principles. Right? If you're loving it, like I said, hit the like button, leave me a comment below. Also, share this video with someone that you feel it can have a positive impact on. If you feel like it can make a difference in a young leader's life or career, then definitely share it with them. Maybe they'll learn something. And that's all I really want to do. If I can teach one person one thing today and have a positive impact in one person's life, then it's a win. Today is a win. Okay, so now I want to go on to the older generation. Right? Like I said, I've been on both sides of the coin. That's where I'm sharing from. I am leading large teams now of 20 plus people, projects of £600 million plus, and based in the UK. So huge money we're talking about, huge projects, right? Often what we see as older generation is we expect too much of the younger generation. We expect them to just come in, hit the ground running, but not realizing that people come from different backgrounds, different experiences. They might not even know what leadership is. Most of the population don't know what leadership is. They see leaders as these icons that they look on TV, presidents and prime ministers and CEOs of organizations. And that's a myth that needs to really be dispelled or busted, right? Leaders are created from the ground. They are created from us. If we can share valuable information with them, then we can help guide those leaders. I remember working on some of my recent projects where I found that if I was doing everything and just telling what to do, I wasn't being a leader. I wasn't seeing the results because I was too engrossed in doing what they were supposed to do. I couldn't do what I needed to do for the project, and that was having an impact. It means I wasn't being a true leader to what was natural and right for me. Remember I mentioned earlier about my style was the coaching, more of a coaching style, the guidance and coaching side of leadership. And so I got back to that. I got back to that style of actually, okay, let me show you and guide you on what you need to do. And that allowed me to not only have more time, but allowed them to grow as people, and they became individual leaders in their own rights, for their own projects. And that was fantastic. We saw greater results, we saw better growth, and that is essentially what it is. The most important thing to take away here is to realize that authenticity is doing what's natural and right for you. And what's natural and right for you as a leader, someone who's an older generation, may be different to some of the younger generation. So all you can really do is try and guide and show them the way. Show them on the learnings. Allow them to make mistakes. Examples of this. Imagine when you first started out. Did you know everything? No, you didn't. Did you make mistakes? Yes. Do you still make mistakes? Yes. Everybody makes mistakes. We always sometimes say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing. It doesn't matter who you are. People make mistakes, and that's fine. The key principle to take away here from authenticity is to do what's natural and right for you as an older generation leader too. If you're leading the younger generation, don't just always tell them, go do this, go do that. If you watch the communication video I put out, it was also about clear and concise communication by showing them the way, explaining them why they're doing something. So if you guide them on their journey, it allows them to discover who they are and what their authentic leadership style is. And that's all you can really do, is guide them on discovering their authentic leadership style. Right, so a quick recap. We looked at the younger and the older generation side there. If you're a younger generation leader and you're starting out on your journey, then the key aspect to take away here, the key principle, is practice leadership styles. Discover what's natural and right for you, and then run with it. Like I said, for me, it was the coaching style, and that worked for me, and I love it, and it works, so I've run with it. If you're the older generation leader and you're leading a younger generation of upcoming and future leaders, then it's not to completely impose your views upon them, not to castrate them, ostracize them for making mistakes. We're all on that journey together. So the best thing that you can do is do what's natural and right for you too. Guide them on that journey and help them discover what's natural and right and authentic to them. Guys, that's been a great video. I hope you've taken some learnings away from that. If you have, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and leave me a comment below. Let me know that you're enjoying this content. If you are, let me know and I will do more of it. Right, so guys, like I said, this principles I discuss is from my book. This is not all in here. Some of the principles are in it, so there's a lot more value and content in this book. It's available on Amazon. If you're from the UK, it's around £7 or £8. It's not that expensive. If you're from the US, it's around $10. Not even the price of a drink. So please check it out. It's a really good book. It's got packed full of content, and it would definitely have a positive impact in your life. So thank you very much for listening. Honestly, if you feel that this video can have a positive impact on somebody else, please share it. If there's someone who's as an older generation leader or a younger generation leader, they can learn from this. So please share it with them. Thank you very much for listening. This is JT signing out.